New York City is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, with a lot of great things to see and do. However, according to the media, the crime rates since the start of the pandemic have skyrocketed.
Crime rates in New York aren't near the peak of the early 1990s, but they are spiking.
16 people were shot in just 90 minutes in Brooklyn and Queens overnight.
New numbers from the NYPD show overall crime in May spiked by 22%.
Innocent people are getting killed. Even guilty people are getting killed. People are getting killed flat out.
With knowing this, is it even safe to visit New York City?
Whoa. Hold the phone here. Yes, I know New York City has some bad areas, but the city is perfectly safe. I come from Detroit, and Detroit has a higher crime rate than New York City, and I've walked around downtown Detroit and midtown Detroit with this full camera gear, and I've been A-okay. So you're gonna be fine here in New York City as long as you stay to more heavily traveled areas and you don't go to any of the areas that tourists don't usually go to. Hey everyone, this is Scott, the Scott Man, and we are here in the beautiful city of New York City. We're here in Midtown along Broadway, and we're gonna be exploring this beautiful city throughout the whole long weekend. Check out some cool things, so let's head out. Alright, so here in Times Square, this is probably the most touristy part of New York City, but you have to stop at least once here. And come early in the morning because not a lot of people here, so you get to enjoy it without all the crowds. And we're inside Grand Central Station, probably one of the most filmed train stations in the world, because you see in all the different movies. It's pretty cool, I have to say. We are here at the spot where the World Trade Center used to be. I still remember back on September 11, 2001. I was in 8th grade. Probably one of the saddest days in my lifetime so far. That was the day when the terrorist attack. And on that day, 2,977 people lost their lives in the plane hijackings, which unfortunately crashed into the World Trade Center, as well as the Pentagon, and also in Pennsylvania via Flight 93. And here at the site of the World Trade Center, you got the North and South Pool, where you got all the names of the people who lost their lives on that terrible day. This memorial was completed back on September 11, 2011, 10 years after the attacks. It is quite a beautiful memorial. I highly recommend checking it out while you're here in New York City. And if you look at that sphere over there, that was located at the World Trade Center, and it survived the attacks on September 11. And it's really cool that it's still standing today, although it's been moved a few times, but it's located just to the south of the South Pool. One cool fact about the waterfalls here in the North and South Pool, these are the largest man-made waterfalls in North America. And yeah, while you're here in New York City or by the 9/11 memorial, you definitely have to check out the One World Observatory. It's the tallest building, or One World Trade Center is the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. And of course, with that, the tallest building in the United States and North America too. It's expensive. It's a little expensive to go up to the top, but we can get some amazing views from the top. Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, with it being the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, it is 1,776 feet tall. They made it that tall intentionally because that 1776 is when the United States was born. Because it was officially became a country in July 4th, 1776. Alright, I should probably go get some lunch now. But I'm filming a separate food tour, so you definitely have to check that out because I'll feature that in that video. Like I say, I've been really enjoying New York City so far. It's quite a lot to see. I'm spending today here in Manhattan and just took the subway now from the area by One World Observatory all the way down, or all the way up over to Greenwich Village. I'm gonna be getting some lunch here. Again, a separate video. I'm gonna walk around Greenwich Village for a little bit. But yeah, the subway's pretty nice, I have to say. It's pretty efficient, and yeah, so far I've been on it, I haven't really felt any danger or anything like that. So yeah, but they say that, yeah, make sure you get in a car with other people. If the car is empty, there's probably some weird smell to it, so you may not want to be in a car all by yourself. I enjoyed walking around Greenwich Village, and now we're in the Highline Park. It's a really cool elevated park that's, well, it's kind of elevated above the street level. Get some really beautiful natural views, kind of like you're in a little park. So it's like a little escape from the city without even leaving the city. That's pretty cool, I have to say. Alright, so yeah, while you're visiting New York City, you have to at least once check out the Statue of Liberty in some way. So there's a cool way where we can do that, where we don't even have to pay a single penny to go see it. So I'm gonna get back on the subway, we're gonna head back downtown. That was a very exciting ferry ride, and best of all, for those great views of the Statue of Liberty, we got to see that for free. That's right. When you have a big lens, you can get some cool views without even having to take one of the paid ferries over there. But still, it was really cool though. But I decided just to walk around just the northern end of Staten Island really quick, just to get some cool views of Manhattan all the way out that way before I take the ferry back. I could have jumped on the one immediately going back to Manhattan, but I figured just maybe spend a half hour here. On a future trip to New York City, definitely should check out more of Staten Island though. Alright, so we're gonna head back in the city. I need to get some dinner, again, on my food tour, and then I'm gonna head back into Midtown over toward Rockefeller Center. Alright, so we're heading to one more place tonight. I'm heading to top of the rock for a beautiful sunset at the top. I'm back in the hotel for the evening. But yeah, I had such a wonderful day here in New York City, but yeah, it's like I've had no problems so far on this trip. I have not run into a single problem. I've been on the subway 4 times, walked all around midtown Manhattan, including Times Square, although Times Square this morning. Also heading downtown, like the financial district area, Wall Street, in the area near the World Trade Center, and of course took the Staten Island Ferry to and from Staten Island. Yeah, 0 problems. I've never run into any bad situations, so yeah. Although it's just been a day, but I felt perfectly safe here. I'm gonna be going to Brooklyn tomorrow. I'm gonna be filming a separate vlog about my adventures in Brooklyn, so definitely stay tuned to that. That'll be more in detail. So I'll put maybe a very little or some of Brooklyn in this video, and then of course finish off on the last day, so stay tuned. And it's another beautiful day here in New York City. Yeah, having such a great time here on this day so far. But yeah, when exploring New York City, you have to get outside of Manhattan because there's a lot of other cool boroughs to see. Like I'm exploring Brooklyn today. So far I've been really enjoying walking around Brooklyn. But yeah, it's like, yeah, again, with New York City, I've not run into any dangerous spots or any dangerous situations. As I was saying at the beginning of this video, Detroit has a higher crime rate than New York City, and in downtown, midtown Detroit, I've walked around with this camera set up without any problems. But of course, like boroughs like Brooklyn, there are areas to avoid, like primarily like the eastern parts of the area, especially go like toward like the Brownsville and East New York areas that you usually would not really go to. Yeah, I'm in Carroll Gardens right now, and this is a really nice neighborhood. Lots of friendly people here, just really nice just to go for a little walk. And other great neighborhoods like Brooklyn Heights, Williamsburg, Dumbo. Yeah, I'm not gonna show too much of Brooklyn in this video because I'm filming a separate video on Brooklyn. So if you wanna know about my full adventures in Brooklyn today, yeah, definitely check out that video where I go over things in greater detail than this. Been going through many different neighborhoods from Dumbo to Brooklyn Heights, Red Hook, Carroll Gardens, and now here in Williamsburg. But yeah, it's like, yeah, if you're afraid of coming to New York City, don't be, because it is a fantastic city. I have not run into any problems yet, but keep in mind I've been mainly going out during the day. But it's like, you just have to exercise your normal street smarts, like be careful when you're out at night, maybe be in groups, or stay to well-traveled areas and stay out of areas that, well, most people usually don't go to. So yeah, to watch the rest of my Brooklyn content, watch the Brooklyn video, because otherwise I will, if you continue watching this video, I will see you tomorrow morning in Central Park. And it's another beautiful morning, although we got more clouds coming in today, but sun's out at least for the morning, and I'm gonna go for a little walk around Central Park for a couple hours or so. And over there, that's the Plaza Hotel, New York's finest hotel experience. Yes, I quoted that from Home Alone 2. Alright, we finally made it to Central Park, and this is really peaceful, especially with all the ducks and the geese on the pond here. Great way to start the day here in the park, and got a much better view of the Plaza Hotel behind me too. Scott, man!
You spent $967 on room service!
2 hours later.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I had something to take care of at the Plaza Hotel, because apparently I spent $967 on room service, because yeah, Peter McAllister was not really happy, aka the father. I gotta say, this is one heck of a view. See all the different skyscrapers that the northern part of Midtown, of course, the Plaza Hotel, of course, and then even the Essex Hotel as well. Yeah, I've been really enjoying my walk around Central Park so far. I'm just admiring the beautiful Bethesda fountain. It's over the southern end of the lake here. That was a beautiful little memorial to the great John Lennon. After a nice walk through the Rambles, we made it over to Belvedere Castle, and this looks beautiful. This was built back in 1872. I've had such a wonderful time walking around Central Park. A very beautiful park. First opened back in 1858. It was a way for city residents and tourists too to get a feel of the beauty of nature and also the countryside right in the city. It is the largest park in New York City. And although I'm not going to be really showing it on camera or anything, but yeah, right near me, that's the Museum of Natural History. I'll be going in there later today after this food tour I'm going to be doing. Not really going to be showing that either, but I'll be showing some bits in my food tour video that I'm filming while I'm here in New York City, which I've already talked about in this video. But yeah, Central Park was really nice. They say it's not recommended to go through it at night, but during the daytime it is perfectly safe. Had no problems going through the park. Alright, so I'm going to do some things off camera, like food tours and different things like that. And I'll, in this video, pretty much see you back at the hotel, where I'll get ready to conclude things out. And we're back at the hotel for the night, and this is my second take because I filmed 4 minutes of footage without the microphone turned on. I am a silly goose. Anyway, so I've had such a wonderful time here in New York City. Absolutely loved it. I can't wait to come back for a future trip, check out some more cool spots and also some more great restaurants. But I want to get back to the main subject I was talking about at the beginning of the video and at parts throughout this vlog. Is New York City dangerous? To be honest with you, I didn't have any problems here. It's like, I just exercised my normal street smarts and just used common sense, and I had absolutely no problems. It's like, but at the same time, I did not really go out late at night by myself or anything, and I did not go to any of some of the neighborhoods that are in some of the different boroughs that tourists usually don't go to, or basically the places where you usually don't have any business going to. Like for example, it's like, yeah, like I didn't go like to Central Park in the middle of the night, or in Brooklyn, and go to the east part of Brooklyn, because I heard areas like Brownsville and East New York aren't really the greatest areas to go to. And I think even at night, South Jamaica over in Queens, and then some different areas in the Bronx, which I think Hunters Point is one of the ones I read about, which is not the best area, and other areas in the South Bronx as well. But yeah, it's like, and of course you might run into like petty crimes in like midtown, especially in Times Square, meaning like pickpocketing, things like that. So just keep an eye on your wallet and your belongings when you're in Times Square. And then It's like, because you mostly see like pickpocketing or scams. Like, for example, like you got the costume characters like Elmo or Batman, Spider-Man wanting to get pictures with you, but then they end up asking for like $20, $25, which I did not fall for that because I did see them too, but I watched different videos online on New York City before I came here, so I was aware about some of the different scams that happened there. And another one too is the scam involving the monks as well, which they're not real monks for what I've heard. And I saw one in Times Square last night when I was walking through there off camera, so I was like, I knew, it's like, okay, you're not real, moving on. but yeah, it's like, but even since I last filmed when I was getting done with Central Park, I had absolutely no problem when I went on the food tour, and also when I went to the Museum of Natural History. Great museum, by the way. Especially check out the planetarium. My cousin Adam highly recommended me to check out the planetarium. So glad I did. But yeah, and I've been on the subway like 10, 11, or 12 times, and I had no problems on the subway. I felt pretty safe on it. Again, I was not out late at night or anything, but yeah, it's like, again, it's like, because yeah, sure, it's like there are parts of New York City which can be dangerous, but again, there are areas which tourists usually don't go to. Well, I hope you enjoyed this vlog here in New York City. Can't wait to come back for a future trip to check out some more cool sites and have some more great food as well. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the subscribe button to come along and join me for the adventure. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out here from Midtown Manhattan.